of those people, and your videos, your company related information can be continuously broadcasted to them, so that by the time they come to the final year, they are completely, you know, in a kind of inspired mood to join your company.
Domain specific. I'll tell you why. I'll just give you the example of civil engineering. I come from a construction industry. If you get into the civil engineering domain, you know what the civil engineering colleges would, companies, infrastructure companies, construction companies would look for, and I'm sure my senior colleague Balarangan would agree with me. One of the most important characteristics that I would want to ensure when I get into a campus to recruit a guy is his willingness to move anywhere in India. Am I right, sir?
Yeah, perfectly right.
If he's willing to move anywhere in India, all rest, everything is absolutely secondary to him. Okay, he should just be physically strong to move around, that's it. Even if he's at 60%, I will train him. I'm sure he's from IBR to train a guy, irrespective of what he would have done in those 4 years of civil engineering. My only point is he willing to move anywhere in India? That's it. Okay. Now, I wouldn't hold the same, I would hold this as a factor when it comes to software engineer. Because software engineer will definitely move anywhere in India, because he doesn't go into the, he doesn't get on to the streets.
Anywhere in India.
Yeah. Oh, is it so?
Outside India.
That's a very good difference. So, you know, you've got to make this more domain specific. Take into consideration the cream layer, the creme de la creme should be removed, the bottommost should be cleared up, and give only that segment and make it very domain specific. Probably that will improve your strike rate.
Next, I would like to add one more thing. Maybe in my whole thing, I did not cover that. I think that is left out. What we do is, so all the parameters what we talked about, the academic percentages, the branch of engineering they belong to, the location from where the college is, I mean the geographical location of the college, then their assessment scores, be it domain assessment, what is the composite score in aptitude, or you know the separate scores component wise, and his personality test, whatever is measured, and we have the data. All these are granularly available, and each company, based on their requirement and need, can search across the database. For example, you are saying we need the layer just next to the tree. So maybe it starts from 60, whatever percentage range it may be. You may say, I need students with this academic percentage range from this location with this assessment score in domain, and so any criteria can be defined by the companies. So what we are attempting to do through this whole portal is, the companies could shortlist candidates across J&K University based on their criteria, and that search list, those candidates would come either at different locations or at a central location to meet the company. So this option is available, because I think some of the inputs which you are giving.
Okay, one thing. Sorry. Which company of now?
Myself? No. I work for NGC. I had the entire talent acquisition for NGC.
NGC. Okay. The question is like, I mean, apart from the basic aptitude, reasoning and all these things, do you even cover anything about the technical part?
The domain assessment, as of now, is based on their discipline which they have chosen. So technical part in the sense you mean say software, hardware kind of skills?
No, any kind of basic programming.
If that is what you require, we can add a module for that.
It's not about particular to one company. In generally, when we expect a person to be ready for employment in the final year BTech,
Right.
along with their academics, we know that they are getting into software industry.
Right.
But normally what we see is, most of the non-IT students, they think that they have their own reservations in terms of because they are non-IT. They will be questioned on a logical part. But as a company, what we see is, as a BTech non-IT student, from day one he knows that he is not going to join a core company. Definitely in final year 4 and 4 to land into the IT job. So apart from whatever he does in the academic part, what exactly he is doing to get into the IT field? Some kind of a technical training will actually help us. Then actually see, taking a guy based on academics and then starting from scratch, or a person who actually got to find some technology that actually denotes that okay, this guy is interested into IT field. That's the reason actually they take some kind of a training on technical part. Maybe that we can think about.
I'd like to reply on that. See, in the initial remarks, Honorable Vice Chancellor have mentioned, it is for the training and placement effort what university is doing. Second one, what he is going to introduce in COARD mentioned, there sector-wise training university is going to provide. That initiative also is going to add this. Here we are going to conduct on employmental skills, like communication skills, soft skills, aptitude. These are the basic skills we are offering. Next initiative, what university have just mentioned in their initiative list, that is mainly on the domain areas. One is addressing the providing the e-content plus adding industry endorsed programs. That is what he mentioned. There actually this the domain specific programs will be given to the students.
Okay, sir, and the final year, first final year is almost they are ready to go into the companies, okay? And parallelly we are also doing for 3rd years. It is a year-long program, 10 months program. And you can pick them up at the end of 3rd year, 2nd semester. Okay, they are employees, your employees. And we have one sound year, okay, with us. And whatever your inputs, you require them to be trained, okay, we can do it from our side as per your requirement for those guys who are picked by you. Okay, you can also deliver online or offline some kind of training program. I conducted it when I was principal in Kokatpalli College. TCS picked 104 people that time. All 3rd year, 2nd semester. 1 year they were relaxing. Then I called the placement academic relationship manager, and your 104 people are with us, you have just left them like that. They are rotting day by day. So why don't you teach software engineering in what way the industry wants? Then that idea started, and they invested money, they trained 2 teachers of our own faculty, got them trained in their own area, their own way, and they deputed 2-3 faculty members to train them in the evening hours, 5 to 7, 5 to 8, not every day but 2 days in a week for a year long. So that can be done for your own employees or future employees. Okay, that model also can work. So that he will be ready the day one when he completes 4th year and step into your company. He's almost industry ready.
Okay. When I started talking to the final year BTech students who are already employable, when I asked them, can you name some programming languages, they started telling me Oracle and SAP. I mean, at a BTech final year 4-2, they actually started saying SAP is a programming language. I just asked them, like, I mean, what kind of training they are currently into. I mean, their main focus is purely on to complete academics, the kind of percentage they are in, because every company has their own cutoff percentage. And what I observe is, they start taking training about all the aptitude reasoning part, and programming part, they'll actually are prepared when people can pick up easily.
Even I witnessed most of the people not in the people placing in Google, but I witnessed 2 things. When a lot of people attract by the Google because of specific Google on my roles, then they come to know hardly they can do something mapping programming or some basic programming which is not required to do hardcore programming. But these 90 people, 80% of people, they tagged by the Google and they're working like a data entry operator. So again, we feel a lot of attrition on it. So these are maybe university or some training academy, they can give some specific job-based kind of input. So what is maybe tester and what is the will be. And there are a few companies, they're not known by the still that, like if you look at some companies, I was for Microsoft. So whereas we have around only 1,200 people working for core programming, remaining all into like supporting services or exogenous services like. So people should be aware of that one, so that those people with very good aspiration or something, they can actually look for a type 2, type 3 companies than working as some exogenous developer in some group of the people. So most of the curriculum not supporting that, if it is possible.
Sure. Exactly. I have a query. We do not campus.
See, what is happening is, I am Narasimhan from NSC, so I take care of the talent acquisition. That's all the activities there. What we have in filing is, I have been doing a lot of campus recruitment in the area. I've gone outside the states also, being a textile industry. We don't have any textile industry, so we have to import people. But now we are trying to do something like, we develop local people as a corporate social responsibility. So that down the line, the next about 10 years, we have talent that can go to other states. That's what we are. But what is happening, even our own people here, they do come in and either they don't join or they join, take a good training for about 6 months and all that, walk out happily. Somebody group and group. Now, what is the sense of commitment or a kind of legal responsibility, either by JNTU or university? And what commitment you put into that? For stability in that. After taking all kinds of training and using our time and all that, how long will they? Will they serve for 3 years, 5 years? Attitude. Technically everything is very good. If they come to present, they get it better. But how long will they take? You put a sense of commitment, because it talks of the university. What kind of value they have, you have imbibed in them to stay back where you have been trained in work. So that is very important. We will do something about it. As part of this, I have done this individually in Karnataka myself, and I have got a lot of people, through my software. But I am not able to kind of hear in Andhra when I came, people walk out. They don't want to go to the industry. They want to be in Hyderabad and all. They go there, as soon as they take the training, walk out. And somebody else picks up. They keep watching. There is such a large operations. Somebody is trained. They are waiting outside. They do a campus recruitment in our campus. I request the Honorable DC also to take care of this.
So we have last year, I joined JNTU Pakistan last year. Soon after I went there, we have started 2 courses, an audit course compulsory for all branches across the bank. One is professional ethics and morals, the design course. Okay. Then second one is IPR and patents. So these are the 2 things we have made mandatory for every second year level, professional ethics, third year level. Because fourth year level, they are almost, they got the jobs and they don't show much interest. So we wanted to concentrate on them. It's a year-long program. It's an audit course for time being. That is the one thing. Okay. Then second thing is, now, as you said, you rightly said, students, they do not have any idea of their employment. Whoever comes and picks them up, they just go and join. Then they decide to shift to one industry to the other industry. For that, I have done one sample model in one of the private engineering colleges. Across the core, there are 4 branches and one CSE branch. Okay. Development services, teaching, master, higher education, and R&D sectors. So these are the verticals, right? Then we have conducted, 80% of them are interested in going to core industry. Surprisingly, that college. That if we can do that exercise at the end of the first year, okay, then we can take the interest of them, their interest, and then keep training them in that area. Probably he will fix his mind to go into a manufacturing industry. Okay, it can be mechanical manufacturing or electronic manufacturing and so on and so forth. So he was trained, we will also assess, psychometric test nowadays is very popular. We can do that, what are the skills he is having to go into the manufacturing industry and what are the requirements of manufacturing industry. We'll match them. Wherever there is a mismatch, we'll train from second year onwards till final year. So his area, career is also fixed in his mind. Now it is not like that. Whoever comes and takes, he will just jump in as a first instant. Then he will realize, and then as you said, he will jump out. So because till final year, he is not able to fix his mind where he has to go. I interviewed my final year students also, just interaction session. Where do you want to go? There is no idea. They want to go to software or they want to go to the Harvard industry. No idea at all. So that is the stage of the present students. So as you said, final year we don't have much time to train all these areas because we have started in October. 4 months only is left for them. But for third year, as you said, we can even chalk out who are interested in which area. Okay? That way we can see that the mobility from one industry to other industry, our retentivity can be improved. Okay? Right.
See, there was
I answered
there was a time
Yeah.
when we were looking only for top rankers.
Yes.
Now we want to avoid the top rankers.
No, anyway,
Then we developed the second level people.
Yes.
To that what we have to do. So you came to that, and then after that, they again they came. So what we want to do is we want to behave the people, train them, and allow to be with us for another 10 years. So that our purpose is served. So the pity is today, as he rightly said, I'm in Sri Lanka. We don't want to go to the top because anytime they go to America or something. So that is the pity today. We are avoiding the top rankers, and our management takes on E-level colleges. They will say, take only the second level, they will stay with us for some time. So industry started thinking, they want to get back the benefit out of it.
Because having been trained. No, we are also, our concentration is also the mediocre persons. Because as you said, they jump in to some company or go abroad, do a master's program and all that. So but we have to give the very all. Some companies, R&D companies, software side, they want to pick the top talent. It's also available. So this is the whole picture. Please.
See, I'm Swaroop from ITC. I go to all the IITs and IIMs. We pick up around 80 people every year. Majority of them will leave in 2 years. They just want a certificate after the second year, because my certificate will enable them to get a job in ISB, get a job in Harvard, get a job in Columbia. They leave. So I am aware that they will leave me after 24 months. Okay? And I pay them 15 lakhs each. I recruit 80 people every year, year on year. Why do I do it? I do it because they add value to my company. It is only 24 months. I give them a project. They complete the project in 18 months time. They don't even take 24 months time. And the gains from the project are enormous. Okay? It is the CTC that I give them is pittance. Right? Now, each company has its own strategy to pick up the toppers, or to pick up the middle layer, or to pick up the bottom layer. Okay? Now, that is at tier 1. The same company, the ITC, we pick up a middle layer. Where do I pick up a middle layer? I am thankful to JNTU Kakinada. I have been going to JNTU Kakinada for the last 4 Andhra University. I don't go to any other college. Why? Because I see a correlation between MSET rank and the institution. I do not see any other correlation. Okay? Then, that is why I don't even, when Ramchandra asked me, I don't even go to the best affiliated college. Because I know the people are there. I see a correlation between MSET rank and this. And these people, I take 400 of them throughout India from all tier B colleges. As the gentleman there said, they will stay with me. Okay? But they also are not forever.
Sir, actually we are missing a point here. This whole exercise, the purpose of this, whatever Globe Arena is doing in collaboration with JNTU,
Right.
is to get the guy into the company. Now, after he joins the company, retention is your problem and my problem. It is not Globe Arena's problem, it is not JNTU problem.
Right.
It is my duty of
No, but your retention strategy is linked to your recruitment strategy. That is what I am saying.
Absolutely. So, that's what I said. You can only maximize, you cannot get 100% retention. So, to maximize the retention,
Right.
the first thing you could do is to segment, what will be.
And that depends on the nature of the industry. That's what I am saying.
So, in fact,
That is what I am saying.
when getting more deeper into these assessment tests, all these exercises should be done to engineering colleges, but if they can be done to polytechnic colleges, because today the technical strength of India is in polytechnic colleges. The Indian average graduate engineer is ultimately ending up doing an MBA and selling soaps and detergents. Okay? The technical strength of this nation is only the polytechnics. And
Carry on is nice. I had after complete.
started taking only diploma.
Just to cut it short, I just want to make only one point.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, I just want to make only one. I want to make is, there is no doubt that the students are brilliant. There is no doubt about it. Otherwise, they would not be there. Take for instance JNTU, Kaitan, example. I cannot make a statement they are not up to the mark. What I am trying to make is, there is knowledge oriented, they are examination oriented, but not knowledge oriented. If you can make that switch,
You're right.
if you can make that switch, okay, because this is a 5 by 8 generation, okay, 8 questions, 5 you have to answer, okay. So when you do the 5 by 8, okay, I am not yet, because my question paper covers every year syllabus, every chapter, right sir? So when I give my question paper which covers all the syllabus, and this chap is knowledge oriented and he is top in the class, sometimes I explain to my CEO, why the hell did you not take the topper? I said topper is really not a topper, he is topper in knowledge. We look for breadth of knowledge rather than the
Depth of knowledge.
So that is my point.
Right.